from Jeff Boss Field at Richard Gill Cub Stadium. Good evening, everybody. It's a quarter final matchup between the U-High Cubs and the Madison Prep Chargers on our channel tonight as we bring it to you on REV as the Cubs come on the field. Tonight's game is being brought to you by LVLA and also by MGM Attorneys at Law. It's Friday night in Louisiana with Rob Mushmack, Dennis McCain. Rob, quarterfinals already, and what a matchup we have tonight.
Well, the number 4 seed U-High Cubs, number 5 seed Madison Prep, played in the regular season, a game U-High won 14-8, both schools' lowest scoring games of the season. These offenses both score 44 points a game. Defensively, Madison Prep gives up 13 points a game. U-High gives up 14 points per game. Dennis, you look at their numbers through 10 and 11 games, these teams mirror each other almost all the way down the statistical charts. Tonight, I think whoever plays the best defense is going to win the ball game.
Well, it's a beautiful night for football, if you like it a little nippy. When we come back, more on both teams as we preview the players from the Cubs and the Chargers on the REV High School Game of the Week.
Welcome to REV, delivering fiber-powered technology for both your home and your business. With phone service that connects you to what's important, internet that keeps your devices up and running, TV that delivers all the big moments, and security that protects how you live and work. All backed by local support teams right here in Louisiana. With 5-star service and reliability you can count on, we're ready to connect you to the people and places that matter most. REV.
Welcome to Bollinger Shipyards. For nearly a century, our family of skilled shipbuilders has driven innovation and excellence, creating some of the world's most advanced vessels. Today, we are at the forefront of our industry and redefining the future of naval warfare. At Bollinger, we turn challenges into opportunities and careers into legacies. Here, you're part of something bigger. Any yard can build a ship. We don't just build ships. Together, we're building the future.
Chris's Specialty Foods has you covered for tailgating this season. We do all the prep work so you can spend time enjoying your family and friends. Steaks, burgers, sausage, chicken, wild game, and many other great pork options. Our central location is now open on Wax Road behind the Walmart. And the new Highland location serves hot lunches and has a meeting space for your work team. New Orleans and Millerville are rocking as well. It's fast, affordable, and delicious. It's Chris's Specialty Foods.
Everybody loves Chris's.
In 2025, REV eclipsed the $1 million milestone in scholarships. Applications for our 2026 scholarship are starting soon. Graduating seniors in all our service regions are encouraged to apply before the February 11th deadline, so make sure to give it your best shot. For more information on the application process, including a full list of criteria and guidelines, visit letsrev.com/scholarships. We are REV, 90 years of building connections.
Welcome back, everybody, to the REV High School Game of the Week from Jeff Boss Field at Richard Gill Cub Stadium with Rob Mushmack, Dennis McCain, the Cubs of U-High against Madison Prep. That's an all Baton Rouge quarterfinal.
It sure is, and it's actually, my opinion, the winner of this game would win the state championship. So your quarterfinals, I think, if U-High wins or Madison Prep wins, they'll go on and play in the Superdome and win the state championship.
Well, we like to talk about offense, but tonight, for these two teams, let's talk about defense.
Well, I think defense, we talked about it earlier in the show, Dennis. I think defense is going to win this game. 14-8 the last time they played, and a pick six was one of those touchdowns. So these defenses showed up last time. They'll need to show up tonight. Madison Prep, led by Darius Mack, Dennis, 14.5 sacks in 10 games. Do the math. That's getting after the quarterback as you see the teams out at midfield for the coin toss. But Darius Mack, 14.5 sacks, averages 5 tackles a game and 2 quarterback hurries per game. So he's spending a lot of time in the opponent's backfield.
And for U-High.
Well, for U-High, it's the LSU commit, the big guy. Lamar Brown, he plays on the O-line, but truly shines the defensive line. Dennis does an outstanding job of getting in the backfield and look for a big game tonight out of Lamar Brown. And as we mentioned earlier, Dennis, these two teams both come in 9-2, a 4 seed and a 5 seed. The only two losses for U High, Rummel and Catholic High, both Division I teams, so they played up. For Madison Prep, their lone loss outside of the U High game was to 5A Southside. So these teams, and coincidentally, all four of those teams still in the state playoffs as we play tonight.
The Rev High School Game of the Week, the kickoff is straight ahead on a Louisiana Friday night. I'm not going to miss a kickoff. Welcome back, everybody. Madison Prep will get the football to start the game. U-High will kick it off.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
going to be Mason Melanson to tee it up, the senior kicker for the Cubs.
Kicking off for the Cubs, number 42, Mason Melanson.
So Melanson will kick it off. The Cubs in their black uniforms are all in black tonight. Their black helmets, black shirts, and black pants. Madison Prep tonight in the white jerseys with their blue. And we are set for action as Melanson is waiting to get the word to kick it off.
Harlem Turner going to be deep for Madison Prep on this opening kickoff. Quarterfinal action on a nippy night in Red Stick.
Turner and Stanford are double deep for the Chargers to receive.
All right, so Turner's waiting for the football. That is if Melanson kicks it to him. We've seen a lot of squib kicks this year and onside kicks, so don't rule that out. But Turner's deep. And he's deep with a teammate. So once again, Melanson waiting for the word to kick it. Games going on all over Louisiana tonight, but when you talk about quarterfinals, buddy, it's moving on. And this week always is one that we have fond memories of Thanksgiving week.
Well, when you're playing after Turkey Day, you've done some serious damage the 12 weeks prior. And you don't have far to go on the journey to the Dome.
Of course, we have select and non-select. This is a select game. Both the schools, though, from Baton Rouge and well-known in Baton Rouge. Of course, U-High on the campus of Louisiana State University. Tonight's game also is on VSN, Varsity Sports Now. And that is streaming nationwide on VSN. And good to have you watching wherever you are tonight. As Melanson now has the ball teed up. That took a little while, but the officials said that we're ready to go. So Melanson is coming forward, and he kicks it away. And returned by Madison Prep. So good coverage that time by U-High, and Madison Prep will go on the offense.
Ball is spotted at the 29-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 for the Chargers.
So the Chargers have a couple of quarterbacks. They have Johnson and they have Reed. So we'll see who they start tonight. They will rotate both of them in. And they'll have the ball to start the game. Good to have all of you watching as a keeper on first down is nothing doing in there. A gain of only about a yard or so for Johnson as he keeps the football.
Gain of 2 on the play.
So they're going to give 2 on the carry to Landon Johnson. So it'll be a 2nd down and 8 for the Chargers.
2nd down and 8 for the Chargers. Now, Johnson has a couple of men in the backfield with him, and he'll hand it off. Gives it away on that play to Turner. And Turner's knocked down after a gain of maybe 2 or 3.
Brought down by number 23, Emmanuel Moses.
That's Moses. Emmanuel Moses came up with a stop. Good thing he stopped him. He definitely had enough green grass to get the 1st down, Dennis.
It's 3rd down and 4.
So a 3rd and 4.
3rd down.
He got 4 on that carry, and here we go.
3rd down, 4 to go for the Chargers. As Johnson is waiting for the snap, he is in the backfield, and he'll keep the ball around the right side. Johnson has a 1st down for the Chargers as he's bumped out of bounds, but not before he gets a 1st down, and he took it out to his own 44-yard line.
Lorenzo Cooper knocked him out, but not until after he picked up 1st down yardage, so the initial 10-plus of the night goes to the Chargers.
It was a design run for Johnson. He kept the ball around the right side. He had good blocking, and they sealed in the Cubs and got a 1st down at the 44-yard line. 1st down for the Chargers. Madison Prep. Boy, it didn't take them long to get things going at that school. They were in the action early on and for several years. And Johnson is having to fall on the ball as he got a wide snap, and he lost about 6 yards on the play.
Picarella was the closest Cub to recover the fumble. Picarella nearly got there, but Johnson alertly dove on the fumble. But a big loss.
2nd down, 16 to go for the Cubs, or for the Chargers, as the Cubs are playing on defense. The Chargers trying to charge ahead as they are on offense, starting the game. And once again, Johnson drops the snap, and they have him, and the Cubs get him for a big loss.
4 Cubs back there after he fumbled the 2nd snap in a row. As you see the UHI faithful,
It's 3rd down and long. 3rd down.
the big guy, Lamar Brown, in there on the stop.
So it's 3rd down, and they'll have to go all the way to the new Mississippi River Bridge for this 1st down, as Johnson is waiting for the ball, but 2 bad snaps, and that really hurt the Chargers after they got an initial 1st down. They throw the ball, and it's intercepted by the Cubs.
Dropped it.
And then he drops it, had it for a while.
Right in the hands of Lane Mixon, and Mixon just couldn't corral it. Right there he had it. Nope, got it again. Nope. Falls harmlessly to the ground, so Madison Prep will have to send in the punter after picking up a 1st down. That set of downs, they just went backwards.
Mason Alinde is the punter
Lawson Dixon is back deep to receive for the Cubs.
for Madison Prep, and Dixon is deep for the Cubs. So Alinde is waiting to punt it. He gets the punt off, and they'll just watch it roll and then stop, and the Cubs will have great field position as we take a break on the REV High School Game of the Week.
Did you or a loved one have a game or event on BSN that you would like to keep forever?
3-pointer, it's good!
Well, now you can. BSN is now offering past games and events available to purchase on specially packaged thumb drives. For $29.99 and $7 for shipping, we'll send that special keepsake on a thumb drive with the game matchup graphic and info labeled right on the box. Go to Varsity Sports now, click on the Purchased Games tab, and
Humble.
A loss on the play for the Cubs.
Welcome back, everybody. Back very quickly, and the ball on the ground.
Yeah, just a bad snap. It was snapped. Quarterback wasn't ready.
2nd and 21 for UHI.
So a big loss, 11-yard loss for the Cubs.
McGlynn will keep the ball, and he'll come up the middle with it. charged up for a couple of yards, but the Chargers shut him down after that, and that'll set up a 3rd and long for the Cubs.
Yeah, the third and long after that 11-yard loss on the bad snap, or wasn't a bad snap, just wasn't ready for the snap. Ethan McGlynn.
Third down and long as McGlynn is waiting for the snap. He's got it, and he's looking down the field. He's trying to set up a screen, and he does set up a screen to Dixon. But the Chargers contain that run, and they have stopped U High. So 2 stops. And, Rob, what did you talk about before we started? Defense, and both the teams looking like they are making you a smart person because they can tackle very well.
That's the only thing that'll make me a smart person. But, yeah, these defenses are just so talented that and they are on offense too, but the defenses have just been stellar this entire season.
Alex Duran will punt it.
So going to be 5 yards against the Chargers, but that's only going to bring up a 4th and 11 instead of a 4th and short.
Offsides on the Chargers, the 5-yard penalty. Malonsaw is on the punt for the Cubs.
So Malonsaw is kicking it away. And so the Chargers will get it back for the 2nd time.
Chargers 31-yard line. They'll take over.
They'll get it at their own 31.
Cub fans, University Laboratory School Sports Medicine would like to extend our thanks to Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, Our Lady of the Lake, and Peak Performance Physical Therapy. Proud members of the
So we'll keep it here.
For providing athletic training medical coverage.
And the Chargers will have the football for the 2nd time tonight.
Certified athletic trainers. We are thrilled about what this partnership has meant for the safety and well-being of our
with
athletes.
Johnson lining up at the quarterback spot.
So Malonsaw did a good job getting that punt down the field. And here come the Chargers now with it. But once again, nothing doing on the inside as U High is just holding
and their
defensive line. He got about 3 on the play.
They actually brought in Dylan Reed for this series. You mentioned they had a 2-quarterback system, and this is going to be Reed doing the honors.
Reed is going to hand off, and it's opening up over there for a 1st down as they hand it straight ahead on a dive play.
Pretty good run that time by John Profit. Junior running back Profit just found a little seam and picked up 1st down yardage out to the 45-yard line.
You know, I talked to the offensive coordinator before the game, Ross Ackman for Madison Prep, and I asked him if Profit was kin to that famous running back Joe Profit, and he said they're all kin. And I'll tell you what, Joe Profit was as good a running back as you've ever seen in your life for Northeast in Monroe. Went to the NFL, handed off, and a gain of maybe 2. That'll set up
Profit on the carry.
So
a 2nd down.
Reed hands it off to Profit, and Profit gets 3 of the penalty yards back, but it's going to be 2nd and behind the stick, 2nd and 12.
2nd down, 12 to go for the Chargers. And Rob, as you mentioned, they rotate the 2 quarterbacks in. We hear a lot about Johnson, but now we'll see what Reed can do on the offense. It opens up again for Profit, and look at him shoot and just slash his way through there for right at a 1st down, maybe just a yard short.
Yeah, going to be a little short. They give him about nine and a half, but
just short of the 3rd down. It's 3rd down and 1.
It'll be 3rd, and they'll say 1, but it's not even that.
That dive play on the right side has opened up 2 times. There goes Profit. He is ahead and he dives for a first down. First down for the Chargers.
Cubs had a shot at him about 2 yards deep in the backfield, but he shrugged it off, and you'll see it right here in the replay. Right there. But just not able to bring him down, as that was Cooper that had a shot for the Cubs.
The Chargers with Reed in it, quarterback, for their second possession. He's got a little something going right now. Let's see if they keep handing it in there to Profit. They do, and it opens up, and Profit has 7 or 8 yards on first down.
Profit's getting it in chunks, 7, 9, 7, 3, and 7. So he's done the honors on this drive. They'll swap him out, give him a breather. Harlem Turner back in the backfield with Reed.
Well, Profit is very skillful as he maneuvers his way for 8 yards, sets up a second down and 2, and now there's movement.
Yeah, going to be motion on Madison Prep. Looked like everybody was ready but the center.
Well, they didn't need that because, boy, did they have a good-looking drive going. They still do. It's only a second down situation. But now it's second down and 7 to go for the Chargers. And they still have Turner in the game as Profit, as you mentioned, gets a little breather. There's a throw out to the right side, and it's complete out there.
Yeah, that's Robinson, Keon Robinson, their outstanding senior wide receiver.
Robinson
leads the team with 118 yards per game receiving, Dennis. His last 3 games, over 125 yards receiving in all 3 of them.
Third down and 3 to go for the Chargers. Reed and Turner in the backfield. So Reed needs 3 yards. He has Turner right behind him. Let's see if he gives it to him. That right side has been opening up for the Chargers. They try it again, this time right up the middle, and Turner has a first down for the Chargers. The offensive line doing a great job as they are moving the defensive line of U-High.
Yeah, Mixon was the first Cub to get to him, but he didn't get to him until he was about 8 yards downfield, and going to be another first down, keep the drive going for Madison Prep.
So Reed is still the quarterback. Nice blocking by that offensive line, and they have Profit. And they have Turner. But that time they give it to Turner. And Turner picks up 5. Well, what a great job Turner's done so far as he looks just like Profit as he slams it into the offensive line.
3 wide to the near side of the field.
Low snap. The pass is hit. And a big gain for the Chargers, and they have it first down.
Well, that's Robinson for the second time tonight. Keon Robinson. You see him tonight, but you're going to see him on Saturdays too. Packed house here at U-High, the U-High complex in the shadows of Tiger Stadium.
First down for the Chargers. Take it to the left. It's opening up out there, and it's in about the 1 yard line. I thought he was going in, but he stepped out at the 2. First and goal for the Chargers of Madison Prep.
And outside of 2 short passes, they've done this all the way they want to do it on the ground, and Turner nearly put it in the house as the goal line D comes in for the Cubs. First and goal for Madison Prep.
The Chargers play at first and goal to go as
we're going to have a timeout.
Tick down to 1:34. You're watching the REV High School Game of the Week on a Louisiana Friday night.
Let's thank some of our REV Game of the Week sponsors. Roadrunner Towing. You don't think much about needing a tow, but when you do, call Paul Lowe at Roadrunner Towing. LVLA, your workforce lodging solution. Call Kevin Ashe at 225-939-8485. MGM, Injury Attorneys, no silly edge, just experience, professional, first-rate reputation. And Design Fab, Mr. Keith Kepper, for all your design fabrication needs, call Keith Kepper at Design Fab.
So they have the ball at the 2-yard line. What a good-looking drive by Madison Prep. Rob, I am very impressed with their blocking on that offensive line, and they are coming with 2 running backs. They have Profit and they have Turner.
They got both, yeah.
And they look very similar.
And about the same amount of carries in this game for each one of them. So, and on the season, that's kind of the way they've done it, although the stats weigh one way and a little more one way than do the other way, but they've rotated these backs out, and they've done it very nicely, and it's been a big benefit to the Chargers offense.
First down and goal to go. The ball is at the 2-yard line.
Yeah, Dennis Profit, 97 yards per game on the ground for the season. Turner, 64 yards per game on the ground.
Well, number 4 is in the game now, and that would be Profit. Turner got him down to the 2. But Profit is, well, they faked it to him, and then the quarterback kept the ball, and he is in the end zone for a touchdown as Johnson came back in the game. So they put Johnson and they put Profit back in the game after that long drive.
So subbing out running backs, subbing out quarterbacks, keep your roster handy.
So 2 young men, a quarterback and a running back, took them all the way to the 2, and then they substituted in, but now the official signal a touchdown, Rob, but they are in the end zone, and so Madison Prep appears to be going for 2. Keep the ball in the middle.
And they got it.
And Madison Prep converts the 2-point conversion. Johnson does. And our score, Madison Prep 8, University High School nothing on the REV High School Game of the Week. Welcome back. 8-0. Madison Prep, what a good-looking drive for the Chargers. Nothing fancy. They did have a couple of passes, but for the most part, just a straight-ahead run.
And both those passes were almost extended runs to Johnson from Johnson and from Reed, and Madison Prep did most of that on the ground, the damage, and outside of some penalties and bad snaps, they were able to move the football on the club defense.
So Allende will kick it off, and the Cubs will get it for the second time as Moses brings it back. First down for the Cubs, and let's see if they can answer the good-looking drive by Madison Prep.
So we've played almost an entire quarter, Dennis, and the Cub offense has had the ball for less than a minute.
Ethan McGlynn is quarterbacking, and he'll hand it off straight ahead, and pounding it in there is Odell, the junior. And Junior Odell does a good job that time on first down as he picks up about 9 yards. That's where you want to be on second down and 1. Second and 1 for the Cubs. McGlynn throws a pass this time out to the left side, and it's opening up down the sideline. Here is a big play, and all the way to the end zone for a touchdown. Layson Dixon got the football, and he knew what to do with it.
Well, that's, when you've got a cornerback like that out on an island, you make one move, and it's to the house, and that's what he did. Just boat raced him right into the end zone.
And he turned it on. Touchdown, U-High. It's early in the game. Madison Prep went for 2. Do you follow suit or you kick it right now with this much time to go?
If you kick it all year long, you kick it here.
A lot of people like to try to tie a game, but it's early in the game, and so Molossaw.
They're going for 2.
Just when we say this, that they may kick it, they throw it to the back of the end zone, and they didn't convert it.
Flag on the play at about the 19-yard line, and there's also another one at the goal line.
After the unsuccessful point after attempt.
Maybe an illegal formation on U-High.
So here is the pass to the back of the end zone that was no good. So that is illegal procedure on U-High.
So they called illegal formation and an illegal man downfield, which is hard to do when you're going for 2.
And so, naturally, Madison Prep will decline the penalty, and they lead it 8-6.
So Andy Martin talking it over with the officials, trying to get some clarification. While he does that, let's take a break, and we'll be back right after this for more quarterfinal action.
Did you or a loved one have a game or event on BSN that you would like to keep forever?
3-pointer, it's good!
Well, now you can. BSN is now offering past games and events available to purchase on specially packaged thumb drives. For $29.99 and $7 for shipping, we'll send that special keepsake on a thumb drive with the game matchup graphic and info labeled right on the box. Go to Varsity Sports now. Click on the Purchased Games tab and fill out the information for the cherished memories of a lifetime.
On the other side, we're back, and we're set to go as the Cubs will kick it off. And Madison Prep will get it again. Molossaw has the ball teed up, number 42, and he kicks it away. So the ball goes into the end zone. You know what that means? It comes out to the 20. No running it out in high school football. Madison Prep will put the ball in play. They'll go to work at their own 20-yard line.
44 seconds to go in the first quarter. And Madison Prep, for the third time tonight, will have the offense and look to repeat what they did the last time they had the football.
So let's see who they put in at quarterback as they rotate 2 men tonight. Hand it off, and a better job that time by U-High as they
got it to Profit, and there just wasn't a whole lot there that time. Got a couple, but much better defense by U-High on that carry.
Nice job as they shut that run down. It'll make it a second down and 7 to go.
Second down and 7 for the Chargers.
Chargers will put it in the air, and the ball is tipped up, and it's intercepted. The Cubs have the football, and they have the ball down there near the goal line.
Looks like it's going to be at the 3 that time, picked off by DJ Coleman, and Coleman almost took it to distance. Tipped up into the air that time, and you see Coleman come out with it. So the Cubs, who trailed just seconds ago, will look to take the lead as we've come to the end of the first quarter.
We've played 12 minutes. It's a quarterfinal matchup between the Chargers and the Cubs, and we're coming back on REV, the REV High School Game of the Week.
"90 years. It's not just a number. It's decades of dedication to great service. The local team at REV has been serving Louisiana families and businesses for generations. Our people have the experience to deliver a superior network, which gives you the speed and reliability to live your best life and get more done at work. We're here for your home and your business. You can count on REV. 90 years of building connections."
In Louisiana, we take tailgating very seriously. The hours of training and preparing, the focus and determination to be the best, all to make sure when football season kicks off, you're ready. And to get your gear to the big game, having the right vehicle is just as important. At Jerry Lane Chevrolet, we have a large selection of Chevy trucks to make sure you bring home the win for your tailgate experience. Come see us at Jerry Lane Chevrolet and be the MVP of your tailgate.
We are back on the campus of Louisiana State University, and what a nice facility it is. Jeff Boss Field at Richard Gill Cubs Stadium, and it's a good one. The Cubs have the ball at the 3-yard line.
First down and goal for the Cubs.
So let's see what McGlynn does here. He has a teammate in the backfield with him, but he'll keep it right up the middle. He got a yard.
Fumble.
And now the ball's on the ground, and there's a pileup. So it's either going to be a turnover or a touchdown. Let's see what the officials say as a young pile. University High is saying touchdown. Madison Prep is saying we have the ball.
There has not been an official indication of what this is, and that's usually not a good sign for the offense.
So both teams are saying they have the football, which they usually do.
Yep.
But the officials are not sure either.
Yeah.
They're talking about it. Sometime that the first man will jump on it. So now they've made a decision. And it's a touchdown.
The ball was fumbled and recovered by the Cubs in the end zone. It's a touchdown, U-High.
Well, it took a while, but the Cub faithful got what they wanted, and U-High has taken the lead here on the first play of the second quarter.
Well, the ball was on the ground, and Madison Prep said they had it. But then one of the Cubs said we have it. The officials had to talk about it.
Well,
when they got through talking, they said that it was a touchdown.
Well, they're having to do some explaining on the far side. There's about 6 Madison Prep coaches out on the field talking with the official, and
boy, that was a long time to determine who got a fumble. And of course, we do not have.
Cubs will go for 2.
A replay that the officials look at.
So Madison Prep, and you figured it was coming, they got a timeout. They're not done barking.
There's a timeout on the field as the Cubs have taken a 12-8 lead, and they're going to try to make it 14 when we come back on the REV High School Game of the Week.
Did you or a loved one have a game or event on BSN that you would like to keep forever?
Three-pointer, it's good!
Well, now you can. BSN is now offering past games and events available to purchase on specially packaged thumb drives. For $29.99 and $7 for shipping, we'll send that special keepsake on a thumb drive with the game matchup graphic and info labeled right on the box. Go to Varsity Sports now, click on the Purchased Games tab, and fill out the information for the cherished memories of a lifetime.
Our new score is 12-8. U-High has the lead, and the Cubs are going for two. Good look at Ethan McGlynn as he rolls out with it to the right, and then he throws it to the end zone, and a diving attempt, but no good as the ball hits the turf. But U-High has taken the lead at 12-8 over Madison Prep.
Yeah, tried to get it to William Martin, and just a little bit underthrown, and Martin couldn't come back to it and get it, but nonetheless, U-High with the 12-8 lead.
Well, both of these teams are well coached, and both of them have outstanding offensive coordinators. Ross Ackman for the Chargers and Alex Duran for U-High. The Cubs 12-8. Now, the first time they played, the final score was 14-8.
That's correct.
So we've almost had as much scoring as they had the first time they played.
So much for my good defenses.
No, they played good. No, that's what set it up.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you for that one. Nice save.
So the Chargers will get the ball again as the ball is kicked off by Molossaw.
And that's 6. They didn't go that time but they went to Traven Hayes instead of kicking it to Harlem Turner.
Hayes on the return for the Chargers.
But Hayes does a good job of
Prep will take over, first down and 10.
bringing the ball back in the middle of the field. So the Chargers will have it again. We've had a lot of possessions tonight this early in the football game. So the Chargers with the ball, they hand it off straight ahead, a gain of only about 1 on first down.
That was Turner with the carry. Turner, they're going to give him 2. Generous spot. That's Reed in at quarterback.
Gain of 3, second down and 7.
Okay, so Reed and Turner in the backfield. They have a tandem, and there it's handed off straight up the middle. And you talked about your man that time, Turner, and he takes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Madison Prep.
Same play they've been running all night, Dennis. Right between the guard and the tackle, and it's been there, and that time they popped it.
Well, Turner shot through a hole, and he rambled down the field, and by the time he was through, electrifying run. Touchdown, Madison Prep. The Chargers back in the lead, and they will go for 2 again.
So U-High had the lead for about 20 seconds.
Here is Wildcat keeper out to the right side, and they say that he got there. The officials say that the ball broke the plane, and the 2-point conversion is good.
We've got some score updates for you for games going on around the
Timeout on the field, Madison Prep. Our new score, 16 for the Chargers, 12 for the Cubs. Welcome back, everybody. Scores coming in from around the state.
St. Charles leads E.D. White in the second quarter, 7-0. Central in the second quarter over Zachary, 14-7. Dunham leads Newman 14-3 in the second quarter, and Edna Carr down in New Orleans, a big heavyweight, 15 for Carr, nothing for Evangel.
Well, Evangel got it going a little bit this year, but that Carr team, their number 1 seed, and they appear to be holding serve tonight as they're off to a lead in the first quarter. So the Chargers will kick off. Olinde is the kicker. Kicks it away. And it comes up to one of the up men for U High. And the Chargers will go back on defense, but good field position for the Cubs.
Yeah, short kick, and looks like they kicked it to one of the up men, Dennis. I believe that was Lawson Dixon on the return. Looked like 3, not 9 on the jersey.
So the Cubs have it at their own 37-yard line. McGlynn is the quarterback, and he's a good one for U High. The handoff straight ahead for a gain of 2. Odell with the ball, got 2.
Gain of 2. It's second down and 8 for U High. Second down and 8.
Second down, 8 to go for the Cubs. So they have a wide man out to the right. That's where McGlynn is looking.
McGlynn's pass is complete.
And it's caught out there.
Martin on the catch for the Cubs.
And Martin has it.
Going to be a third down and about 3.
Third down and 3 for the Cubs. Third down and 3.
Third down, 3 to go for U High. The Cubs playing on their home field on the campus of Louisiana State University. McGlynn has Odell in the backfield with him. So the Cubs are looking to the sideline, but before that, the official is stepping off 5 against the Cubs.
Illegal motion. So a third and short, now a third and long.
You don't usually see illegal motion when the team is looking to the sideline for a play, but they call 5 yards on the Cubs, and that'll make it third down, and we're going to call it 8 to go for the young men from U High University, the lab school at LSU. McGlynn wants to throw it. McGlynn is throwing it. And he throws it a little wide and incomplete. He tried to get it to a receiver who was leaning out over the sideline, but the Cubs will have to punt it back to the Chargers. And Malossaw will come in to punt it. Malossaw waiting for the snap. Ooh, almost blocked, and
that's
the U High Club
automatic.
Cub fans want a roughing of the punter.
Well, they got it because the flag came out immediately. And that's going to be an automatic first down and give the Cubs back the football somewhere around midfield.
So a break for U High as they get the roughing the punter call. And that will set them up in Charger territory on the other side of the 50. The ball's at the 46-yard line. The Cubs will play it right there. They'll come back with a formation we've seen a lot tonight. They'll put a man in motion this time and then hand it off, and it opens up down the right side. Ingram That's Ingram with the ball. Touchdown, U-High.
Go.
What a play call. They put a man in motion coming this way. Then they handed it the other way to Ingram.
Flag down at the 20-yard line. And there's no way that could be a block in the back when he was that open. No one around him after the play, unsportsmanlike. I was about to say that. If someone made that block 20 yards behind the run, that was
assessed against the Cubs.
So it will go on the Cubs after the touchdown, but the important thing for them is they have the points. And now they have the lead.
So Sage Ingram just shot out of a cannon.
So the Cub fans,
they want him to kick it.
Yeah, they want him to kick it. But boy, we've seen a lot of going for two tonight. They're up 18-16. But it appears that they're lining up
to kick it,
to go for two, and then they drop back in the kicking position. And into the game is Molossaw, and Molossaw will try to hit the point after touchdown, and he does. And our new score is 19-16. U-High, you're watching the Rev High School Game of the Week.
Did you or a loved one have a game or event on BSN that you would like to keep forever?
Three-pointer, it's good!
Well, now you can. BSN is now offering past games and events available to purchase on specially packaged thumb drives. For $29.99 and $7 for shipping, we'll send that special keepsake on a thumb drive with the game matchup graphic and info labeled right on the box. Go to Varsity Sports now. Click on the Purchased Games tab and fill out the information for the cherished memories of a lifetime.
Welcome back, everybody. What a delight it is to have all of you watching on the Rev High School Game of the Week and streaming all over the country and around Louisiana tonight on Varsity Sports Now. So the 15-yard penalty assessed against U-High, and that will give Madison Prep good field position, you would think. Molossaw to kick it off, puts a foot into it.
This is going to be Turner.
And Turner is charging up the field with it, and they do get good field position. The Chargers do. So let's set the situation now. We do have a 19-16 lead for U-High. But Rob, we talked about it earlier, 14-8. That was the final score the first time they played.
Well, both these teams, 19 and 16, are more points than either one of these teams have given up in a game all season, on average.
Well, we're very impressed with the speed of both teams. There goes Profit with it. Look at him turn it on. And Profit has a first down for Madison Prep. He's right at it. And they say move the chains. First down, Madison Prep. And that play has been working all night, left and right.
First down, Madison Prep. First down.
The Chargers rotating running backs, but this time Profit is in. And Profit.
Calamisi Albert, the first Cub to arrive on the scene, and got the first down, but a nice play defensively by Albert.
Second down, 6 to go. Profit, he had a hot hand early. Now they're trying to get him warmed up again. Profit is the running back, and he's waiting for the ball. Let's see if they continue to give it to him. And they will, and he puts his head down. little submarining in the end, and another nice run, and he has another first down for Madison Prep.
Moving the sticks on the ground.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
Profit and Turner, both impressive backs for Madison Prep.
First down Prep.
There goes Profit again, and Profit is running the football inside the 15-yard line, and it just continues to open up
well,
for Madison Prep.
Picarella, the last guy, Cub, that could get him, and he did, but a nice gain again for Madison Prep and another first down.
So they'll keep going with Profit, and he puts his head down. This time only gets about 3.
Looks like a gain of 5 on the run for the Chargers. Second down and 5.
They give him 4 on the play. We'll call it second down and 6 to go. Hand it off, and a gain that time of 3 or so, and about a yard short of the first down is now they have Turner in the game, and Turner smashes in there with it.
Just short of the first down. It's third down and 1.
So Turner gets the ball to close to the first down marker. That'll set up a third down and 1. And you know straight ahead is coming right now. The Chargers are charging, and they're charging over their offensive line who's opening up holes. And this time a keeper and close to the first down. We'll have to watch the mark.
Well, James Upton, the first Cub to get there, kind of slowed the play down and turned it back inside right there. You see 7 Upton holding on, and Cubs got there and bring up a fourth down, and Madison Prep going to leave the offense out there on this one. Fourth and about a yard and a half.
Yeah, they grounded Reed before he could get to the first down marker. He's 2 yards short. Madison Prep is going for it. This is a big play in the game. Turner is the running back.
Flag on the play before the snap. False start, Madison Prep. So that's going to make it 4th and almost 7, a long, long 6.
Well, they haven't been kicking all night. So,
and they're not going to kick it here.
You would think they'll just go for it on 4th and 7. But that was a huge call because they were hard to stop just running the ball. And I was a little surprised that they decided to keep it with the quarterback on that third down play.
Well, that's the play Johnson scored on earlier in the game, and they tried to run it again, and that time the Cubs were there. This time they're going to line up Johnson at wide receiver, and they're going to have Reed at quarterback, Turner is the backfield.
So Reed is keeping the ball. He's looking for somewhere to go. Then he throws the ball, and it's batted away, and they're going to call that incomplete. The arm was going forward, but the Cubs hold on the REV High School Game of the Week.
There's a flag in front of the U-High bench. You hope that's just a sideline warning and not an unsportsmanlike.
But even at that, if it occurred after the play, it would still go over to the Cubs. Let's check it.
Would all football alumni members please report to the home gate by the
They are talking to the official, and it's heated.
Football alumni members, please report to the home gate by the concession stand. Thank you.
I believe it was a sideline warning. So the Cubs very fortunate there. .440 to go in the first half.
So the Cubs with a big stop and a big run coming here. Right up the middle they go with Odell. Corbin Odell. First down for the Cubs.
Another look at it from ground level, and Odell just finds a huge hole in the Madison Prep defense. And we got a flag. We got a timeout before the flag. Madison Prep got the timeout.
Yeah, Odell saw a hole and he raced through it. There's a timeout.
I think they were going to have too many men on the field.
So there's a timeout on the field as we get a chance to thank some people that are helping us bring high school football to everybody.
When you need a good tow at Roadrunner Towing, call Mr. Paul Lowe. LV LA, your workforce lodging solution. Call Kevin Ashley at 225-939-8485. And MGM Injury Attorneys, representing good people with real problems for over 30 years in the Baton Rouge area and nationwide. That's McGlynn, Glisson, and Mouton. And Design Fab, give Mr. Keith Kepper a call for all your fabrication needs. Call Design Fab and reach out to Mr. Keith Kepper.
Well, let's get back to the action now. First down for the Cubs. After the good run by Odell. This time, though, nothing doing. The Chargers are in the backfield, and that big defensive line shuts it down for a loss.
Well, that was one of the real big guys in there, number 62. Victor Hollins, 6'1", 315 big ones.
He's a big one. Second down now, 11. Second and 11 for the Cubs. Ethan McGlynn. Odell's back there with him. And he's going to try Odell again. And he has a couple, maybe three, but that's it. As the middle was stacked up by the Chargers.
Getting a little fiery down there, a little chippy, Dennis.
Gain of 4, third down and 7 for you high.
Third down and 7 to go. 3 minutes, 16 seconds to go. Will the Cubs keep the drive going, or will they have to punt it? McGlynn wants to throw it, and he throws the ball incomplete, but there's a flag on the field.
Looked like, Dennis, that maybe Landon Johnson got there too early. Mr. Everything for the Chargers may have got called for pass interference.
So that will give the Cubs a first down after they march it off. It is, I keep calling it a chilly Friday night, but you could say that it was cold.
Well, it could be worse.
It could. We're inside.
We're inside. There are people outside, like our devoted cameramen who are above us, feeling the wrath.
Handed off. Looking for some running room out there is Ingram. And he finds it.
Lawson Dixon on the carry.
Dixon on the carry.
Lawson Dixon. That 3 and 9 got me too, partner.
It did. It really did. Dixon with a good gain. And so now that'll set up a short situation for the Cubs.
And that's Ingram.
That's Ingram, and he gets the first down. The Cubs have the ball with a first down. And very quickly, they put it in play.
McGlynn's pass is complete to Charlie Pettit.
Charlie Pettit with the catch.
Charles Pettit.
Yeah, forward motion. Got about 5 on the catch.
Gain of 5, second and 5.
Second down and 5 to go. Handed off on the right side. They stack that one up, and that time it is Ingram.
Sage Ingram, the ball carrier for the Cubs.
Rob, a second ago, the pass was completed to Charles Pettit. the grandson
No
of
gain. It's third down and
the
5.
basketball player Pettit.
Mr. Bob?
Bob Pettit. That's what I think.
Well,
I better be right.
That was a quote by Dennis McCain, not his color analyst.
And, of course, there's a Pettit Drive out here in the LSU area. Bob Pettit, All-Pro, played for the Hawks, the St. Louis Hawks, before they moved to Atlanta. And at LSU, an All-American. There's a timeout on the field. You're watching the REV High School Game of the Week.
Did you or a loved one have a game or event on BSN that you would like to keep forever?
Three-pointer, it's good!
Well, now you can. VSN is now offering past games and events available to purchase on specially packaged thumb drives. For $29.99 and $7 for shipping, we'll send that special keepsake on a thumb drive with the game matchup graphic and info labeled right on the box. Go to Varsity Sports now, click on the Purchased Games tab, and fill out the information for the cherished memories of a lifetime.
We're back. Let's set the situation again. The Cubs are driving. They lead it 19-16 on the REV High School Game of the Week.
1:33 to go in the first half.
Third down and 6 to go for the Cubs. You're watching the REV High School Game of the Week, and we're glad that you are. Glad that you have joined with Rob Mishmack, Dennis McCain on a Friday night. McGlynn to throw the ball. And he hits it.
Cade Minshew. Minshew with the just a little down and out, and when he turned, Ingram checked that McGlynn had the ball there for him.
Good throw and catch. McGlynn to Minshew, hanging off in the middle that time, and a gain of only 1.
Closing in on a minute to go in the first half. McGlynn.
He throws it and he hits his receiver who's trying to look for some running room.
That's Minshew,
Minshew again.
So timeout, Cubs on a 3rd and 1.
So Minshew getting into the action. He went down and out, and that time he got it in the middle of the field. High school football going on all over the state of Louisiana. And we are in the quarterfinals. It's that Thanksgiving week, and then, of course, next week, and then it's on to the Louisiana Superdome, the select and the non-select. Well, we've had a good year, partner. Did you have a good Thanksgiving?
First time I ate was tonight after yesterday. I overindulged.
Well, I did it 3 times.
Well, that's not good.
No.
That's just not good. I was going to say your REV quarters looks a little stiff.
Well, I got a little something under it tonight, too, with the weather. Here we go. Let's see what happens. There's a handoff right in the middle of the field and fighting for yardage in there. There he goes. Ingram. Ingram with the ball. Sage Ingram. And he gets a first down for the Cubs. Ingram again. They didn't get anything that time. 2nd down and goal to go.
37 seconds to go in the first half.
And U-High is hurrying up to the line of scrimmage. McGlynn is running the offense for the Cubs. The Cubs, and there comes a flag.
That's going to be illegal motion.
A false start penalty is assessed against the Cubs. It'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 10.
So a penalty on the Cubs, and Only 18 seconds to go in the first half. As the Cubs play it, McGlynn is rolling, and he's throwing the ball, and he's throwing it out of bounds and incomplete.
9 seconds to go. Going to be third down now, and goal. Should definitely have time for 2 plays if they throw it.
Good job that time by the Chargers as they came charging in, and McGlynn had to retreat. Hard to get something on the throw. So the ground level shot of McGlynn, he's being chased again, and he throws it away, but that's a good job to throw it away because you're still in field goal range.
Well, Javen Holmes, the strong safety from Madison Prep, got there, just came on a blitz, and McGlynn didn't see him till it was really late, and U-High going to call another timeout.
So the Cubs are going to call timeout, and they're going to decide whether to kick an attempt a field goal or to go for it on the REV High School Game of the Week.
Did you or a loved one have a game or event on BSN that you would like to keep forever?
Three-pointer, it's good!
Well, now you can. BSN is now offering past games and events available to purchase on specially packaged thumb drives. For $29.99 and $7 for shipping, we'll send that special keepsake on a thumb drive with the game matchup graphic and info labeled right on the box. Go to Varsity Sports now. Click on the Purchased Games tab and fill out the information for the cherished memories of a lifetime.
We are back.
We are back.
And what they've decided to do here is to kick a field goal, and that's the reason that it was smart for McGlynn to get rid of the ball and throw it away. Martin is holding, and McGlynn did a good job throwing that ball away over there. The kick is in the air, and it's good. Good by Melanson. And the Cubs have 22-16 over Madison Prep. It's halftime on the REV High School Game of the Week. Rob, that was an entertaining first half.
Extremely entertaining, and defense has kind of stepped up when they had to a couple of times for both these squads, but big plays, 2 big running plays by U-High and the touchdown pass, and then identical for Madison Prep, 2 huge run plays, and they've got 16, U-High's got 22, and we're at halftime of this quarterfinal game. And partner, we're going to take a break here in just a short minute, but I noticed you took the hand warmer out.
I did. I certainly did, and you have one also.
Well, I wasn't going to say that.
No.
But I want to thank your lovely bride, Pat McCain, for slipping these in the old tote bag before you left the house.
Well, she's a believer in those hand warmers. All right, it's halftime on the REV High School Game of the Week. 22-16. U-High has the lead, and we'll have halftime festivities after we pause for just a moment. We'll be back on the REV High School Game of the Week.
"90 years. It's not just a number. It's decades of dedication to great service. The local team at REV has been serving Louisiana families and businesses for generations. Our people have the experience to deliver a superior network, which gives you the speed and reliability to live your best life and get more done at work. We're here for your home and your business. You can count on REV. 90 years of building connections."
At Estruma, we desire to glorify God by making disciples of all nations. With our student ministry, our goal is to help 6th through 12th graders across the Baton Rouge area to connect to God and others and grow in their relationship with Him. Students meet weekly, Sunday at 9 a.m. and Wednesdays at 6 p.m. We're on the corner of Airline and I-12, and we would love for you to join us.
Mastervac Industrial Services, providing industrial cleaning services to the petrochemical industry throughout the Gulf Coast region since 1998. We specialize in industrial vacuum services, hydroblasting, and hydro excavation services. With 25 years of experience serving chemical, oil field, construction, and municipal sectors, MasterVac can handle all your industrial cleaning needs.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Let's enjoy the Spirit Steppers and the U-High Band.
All right, fans, one more big round of applause for the Cub Pride Band and the Spirit Steppers.
So the U-High Band at halftime, and an outstanding job of the Spirit Steppers and that U-High Cub Band here at halftime. 22 for the home team, U-High, 16 for the visitors, Madison Prep. And welcome back to halftime, and while we've got a second, we'll update you on some scores from around the state in the second quarter. Edna Carr leads Evangel 22-6. Southside, the Sharks lead Rummel in the third quarter 28-21. Lutcher in the second quarter leads Iowa 21-20. Neville just blowing away the Barb Buccaneers 35-0 in the second quarter. Westminster Christian Academy over St. Edmunds 35-8. Archbishop Shaw over the Loyola College Snoopy 28-0. Second quarter, St. Charles 7, E.D. White nothing. At the half, a score of note in the Baton Rouge area, Alexandria 6, Catholic High 3. That's at half. Parkview check that. Pineville leads 21-16. Plaquemine beating Cecilia in the second quarter 26-0. And St. James leads Oak Grove 37-13. That's just some scores from around the state. One more just coming in. Riverside Academy over Ouachita Christian 24-7 at the half. So Boogie must be doing some
Boogie's boogieing. So Rob, on those scores, any surprises to you on the scoreboard?
I think not so much the win, who's winning and who's losing, but how they're winning. Plaquemine beating Cecilia 26-0 in the second half. Did not expect that. St. James beating Oak Grove in the second quarter 37-13. These are some teams that have a lot of history and a lot of playoff experience, Dennis. And probably the one of note that's the biggest surprise to me is as good as they're playing, Barb being shut out by Neville 35-0, and that game was at Barb.
But also, if you remember, Barb last week went to West Monroe and knocked off the Rebels. And Neville and West Monroe in the same district, but week to week, you never know. Now, you mentioned the St. James score with Oak Grove. Of course, we had St. James on our broadcast earlier in the year, and that's a good-looking football team.
Sure is. A lot of speed and a lot of talent on that. Another score of interest that I missed, Dennis, and I apologize to the Hornets and to the Bulldogs. At the half, Ascension Catholic 28, Catholic High Point Capee 28.
What a football game.
Yep.
And you know, when you talked about St. James over beating Oak Grove, boy, what a great time we used to have when we did a game up at Oak Grove. And that's just a field goal away from Arkansas in the northeast part of Louisiana.
Used to have some good times at the old pharmacy up in Oak Grove.
We really did. Well, let's take another break and pause for just a moment, and then we'll come back for more. We're at halftime where the Cubs are leading 22-16 over Madison Prep.
Welcome to REV, delivering fiber-powered technology for both your home and your business. With phone service that connects you to what's important, internet that keeps your devices up and running, TV that delivers all the big moments, and security that protects how you live and work. All backed by local support teams right here in Louisiana. With 5-star service and reliability you can count on, we're ready to connect you to the people and places that matter most. REV.
Are you experiencing plumbing problems in the Baton Rouge area? Roto-Rooter plumbers are experts in residential and commercial drain cleaning, plumbing, and grease trap services. For over 80 years, Roto-Rooter has been a trusted name providing exceptional service 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. When you need a plumber, always remember,
call Roto-Rooter, that's the name, and away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
You're watching the REV High School Game of the Week, and welcome inside the press box. Good to see all of you, and thank you for joining us for high school football. We've been doing it all year long, and now we've come to the quarterfinals.
Well, in the quarterfinals, we've got a great matchup of the 4 and the 5 seed, Madison's Prep and U-High tonight. We just gave you some scores from all over the state. We'll try and update those throughout the second half and keep you posted. We'll be somewhere next week. We're not sure where. We didn't find out this week till Tuesday where we were going to be, but things jiggle around a little bit. And but we'll be somewhere for the state semifinals, and there's nothing like a state. I always say the state semifinal is better than the final because those teams know what they've got if they win and what they got if they lose.
Well, the other thing that makes it better is you're playing on your home field.
Yeah.
And the whole town turns out.
Yeah.
And the visitors send buses, and my goodness, it doesn't get any better than that. And then it's on to the Superdome for the winners.
Into the Superdome in New Orleans, and all the state championship games are back in the Dome again, which I think is great for the sport of football, high school football in the state of Louisiana, Dennis. And we're only 5 minutes away from kickoff here in the second half, and I think it's going to be exciting.
Well, we're going to take a break, and then we'll come back and allow us to ask you what both teams need to do, or do they need to change anything? Both of the teams look like they're playing the way that they play all year.
Well, they do, and we thought the defenses would play a big part in this, and in some way they have, but these big plays, I'm gonna change what I thought before the game because the defenses have showed up, but the offenses have been able to make some adjustments since that 14-8 game in Week 9. Whatever Dean doesn't give up the big play in the second half is going to win the football game.
Well, we're coming back, and I promise you that we will on the REV High School Game of the Week. A whole nother half to go. We're at halftime, 22-16. U-High leads it over Madison Prep.
"90 years. It's not just a number. It's decades of dedication to great service. The local team at REV has been serving Louisiana families and businesses for generations. Our people have the experience to deliver a superior network, which gives you the speed and reliability to live your best life and get more done at work. We're here for your home and your business. You can count on REV. 90 years of building connections."
Chris's Specialty Foods has you covered for tailgating this season. We do all the prep work so you can spend time enjoying your family and friends. Steaks, burgers, sausage, chicken, wild game, and many other great pork options. Our central location is now open on Wax Road behind the Walmart. And the new Highland location serves hot lunches and has a meeting space for your work team. New Orleans and Millerville are rocking as well. It's fast, affordable, and delicious. It's Chris's Specialty Foods.
Everybody loves Chris's.
Did you or a loved one have a game or event on BSN that you would like to keep forever?
Three-pointer, it's good!
Well, now you can. BSN is now offering past games and events available to purchase on specially packaged thumb drives. For $29.99 and $7 for shipping, we'll send that special keepsake on a thumb drive with the game matchup graphic and info labeled right on the box. Go to Varsity Sports now. Click on the Purchased Games tab and fill out the information for the cherished memories of a lifetime.
Welcome back, everybody. As I put my headset on, I thought you were going straight to the scoreboard. I thought we were going up on the big board.
Gotcha.
They got me. So you do have some scores for us, though.
Yeah, we do. We got some other scores that just came in. St. Aug 21, Rommel 10. Vanderbilt Catholic beating Lake Charles College Prep. I checked that now. It's 14-14. Was 14-7 in that game. Notre Dame leading Franklinton 29-23 in the second quarter. Forgive me for looking down, but all these scores have come in, and it's just tough to keep up with. And Catholic High of New Iberia losing 20-14. And I think there's one more score we haven't given. Let me see if I can pull that up for you. That's nothing early. Must have been a late start of that game. I don't know if it's weather-related or not, but Jonesboro Hodge and Haynesville at 0. But they say first quarter, which is hard to believe.
Well, what a battle going on. Catholic High and Alexandria. Of course, the Trojans in here from Alexandria and 6-3 at halftime.
Yeah, 6-3, and that's two really, really good offenses. So the defenses must just be playing lights out tonight at Memorial Stadium, just up the Interstate 10.
Yeah, not far from us. We have two teams from the Baton Rouge area. If you're not familiar with Madison Prep, they're from Baton Rouge, and of course U High on the campus of Louisiana State University.
Yeah, and LSU will be just in the shadows of Tiger Stadium. Of course, LSU will be playing tomorrow against the Oklahoma Sooners, and we'll hopefully be finding out who their head man will be in the future. So tomorrow going to be a big day in the Baton Rouge area, but tonight all people care about is what's going on right here at U High. Their fans, and they've got a 22-16 lead over a really, really good Madison Prep.
Yeah, and if you are familiar with the LSU campus, this football stadium is right next to the baseball stadium.
Well, it sits between the baseball stadium and it's between the baseball stadium and the football stadium. No, it's between the baseball stadium and the LSU football practice facility, the indoor facility. So it's not exactly between the baseball and the football stadium, but more, like I just said, the baseball stadium and the indoor practice facility. A great feel here at Jeff Boss Field. Of course, Jeff Boss, the longtime athletic equipment manager for LSU, and then Greg Stringfellow took that over, and Greg has moved on from that job. But a lot of old LSU names very prominent in the U-High community.
Well, these are two talented football teams that we're seeing tonight, and boy, I tell you, Madison Prep, they have a couple of quarterbacks, a couple of running backs. They rotate them in, and their offense pretty much has been the dive play, just take it straight ahead.
Well, it has been, or they faked that dive play, and either Johnson or Reed kept it around the end. Johnson scored on it one time, and they and then got it on a 2-point conversion also. So yeah, they're not doing anything real imaginative. They're just pounding it straight ahead with pretty good success. But the U-High big plays on offense are the difference in this football game right now. They've made some for Madison Prep, but U-High's made more of them.
Yeah, Ethan McGlynn has gone all the way for the Cubs, and they've been moving around, mixing it up a little bit, throwing passes, running, and we'll see what happens in the second half. And that is coming up in just a few moments, but we're going to take a break right now, and then we're going to come back and talk a little bit more halftime festivities at U High on the Rev High School Game of the Week.
"90 years. It's not just a number. It's decades of dedication to great service. The local team at REV has been serving Louisiana families and businesses for generations. Our people have the experience to deliver a superior network, which gives you the speed and reliability to live your best life and get more done at work. We're here for your home and your business. You can count on REV. 90 years of building connections."
Welcome back, everybody, and we are close to starting the second half as both teams are on the field, the Cubs and the Chargers. So the Cubs will get the ball to start the second half. The Chargers will kick it off. Still waiting for the kickoff team to come onto the field. Olinde is the kickoff man for the Chargers. And the Cubs will have the ball to start the second half with Rob Mushmack, Dennis McCain. The Chargers in their white jerseys tonight. The Cubs all in black. Black helmets, black pants, and they have on their black shirts. The Chargers in their blue breeches and blue helmets. And Olinde is set to kick it off. So the teams are playing all over the state. And after tonight, fewer of them, as when you lose in the playoff, it's over. Good return by Moore.
That's Moore, yeah, Aaron Moore. Nearly broke that one.
So the Cubs get it to start the second half. They're leading at 22-16. And let's see what they do on first down as McGlynn will lead them out. First down for the Cubs. They play the ball from their own 41-yard line. Hand it off, and a nice run of 11 yards as they hand it away to Odell. And Odell pounds it on the left side, and he bolts for a first down. First down for the Cubs. That's the way you want to start. Good blocking by the Cubs. And a good run by Odell. Put a man in motion. That's Dixon. And good pressure back there. So Madison Prep doing a good job putting pressure on McGlynn. And that'll set up a 2nd and 10.
From the 48-yard line of Madison Prep.
That's where the Cubs play it. 2nd down, throw it down the field, incomplete. McGlynn was trying to get it to Martin. Incomplete, and that'll set up a 3rd down and 10. Third down, 10 to go for the Cubs. They'll have a wide receiver to the right. They'll have a man out to the left, and McGlynn wants to throw it. He's looking down the field, and he fires it way down the field, and it's incomplete. Broken up way down the field. So a good stop by Madison Prep, and they'll get the football for the first time in the second half.
Yeah, another look from ground level here is nearly came up with the completion, but pretty good coverage by Johnson there at the end, and U High going to have to punt it away.
So Molossaw will punt it. For the Cubs, he's waiting for the snap. He was roughed the last time he punted the ball. Pressure again, but he gets this one away. And the ball is going to be downed by the Cubs after a nice punt. So for the first time, Madison Prep will go back on the offense. They've been playing two quarterbacks tonight. Johnson and Reed. And a couple of running backs. It looks like Reed will start the second half at quarterback. And he'll hand off, something they've been doing a lot tonight. Straight up the middle it goes to Profit, and he gets 2 or 3 up the middle.
Nice job by the defensive front of U High on that play, and they'll need more of that as this game, it starts to weigh on you a little bit. The later it gets, the tireder you get, but you got to
There's Profit
keep
again.
plugging. Look out.
Yeah, but he's got a hole on the right side. He's had that hole all night, and he has a first down.
Picarella, Ben Picarella. Reed hands it off, and Profit.
First down, Madison Prep. High school from Baton Rouge. First down for the Chargers. Wide receiver to the right, and they have a man out to the left. But they'll come back and try it again to Profit. This time a better job by the Cubs, but he got about 2.
Profit on the carry.
So going to be
Gain of 2 is 2nd and 8.
second down and 8.
Second down, 8 to go for Madison Prep High School. They like to run it, and they give it back coming right at you. And a good job of fighting for another yard or so. Goes the ball carrier, and that time they gave it in there to Turner.
Turner got a pretty good gain out of that. It looked like he was only going to get a couple of yards, but
well, he fought for a couple of extra yards in the end, and before it was over. 3rd down and 2 to go as he got it that close. Let's see what the Chargers do here. Turner's in the backfield at running back as he spelled Profit too high and incomplete.
The pass is incomplete.
going to bring up a 4th down. Interesting
That'll bring up 4th down
to see what the Chargers do here. Looks like the punt team is going to come on. So both defenses come up with stops to start the second half.
Olinde is going to punt it away.
And Dennis, not so fast, my friend. They have sent the offense back on the field.
And the running back is going to be Turner.
So a huge play in this one.
Unless they just try to draw him off. They don't. They hand it off. And it is right at the first down marker, but he got it. First down, Madison Prep.
Got it by about a half a body length. So they thought about going, said, no, let's punt it. And then, no, let's think better of it. Let's go for it. And they did, and they got it.
Were you a little surprised they threw on 3rd down, then had to come back and run it?
Oh, as well as they're running the ball, yeah, unless it was maybe going to be a shot play.
First down for the Chargers. They stepped up, put the punter on the field, and then decided to go for it. And They got it. Now it opens up. And you talk about opening up. Way down the field it goes. A big run for the Chargers.
That's Turner again, and Turner loves running the football between his guard and tackle on that right side.
They've really been using the right side tonight. Turner in the game. They had Profit in earlier. Let's see what they do here. Give it to Turner again. He's looking for some running room. He cuts it to the middle of the field, and there he goes. Touchdown, Madison Prep. No, that was Profit with it. Profit to the end zone. Touchdown, Madison Prep.
I was going to correct you, but I said I can't embarrass a young man.
No, I saw the 4 after they had 28 in there for a while. Then they said they're mixing them up. Profit took it to the end zone.
You're not doing what I told you to do earlier. Keep the roster handy.
Yeah. What a touchdown run for Profit.
So we're tied at deuces, double deuces, and Madison Prep, as they usually do, will line up to go for 2.
So the Chargers will try to get 2 right here. So they keep their players fresh as they keep rotating backs in the game and quarterbacks. And this time they'll go for 2 and hand it off.
Got it.
Straight ahead, and he's in the pay dirt. He got 2. Madison Prep
2-point conversion is good.
has battled back, and they take the lead over U High. Our new score, the Chargers 24, the Cubs 22 on the Rev High School Game of the Week.
Did you or a loved one have a game or event on BSN that you would like to keep forever?
Three-pointer, it's good!
Well, now you can. VSN is now offering past games and events available to purchase on specially packaged thumb drives. For $29.99 and $7 for shipping, we'll send that special keepsake on a thumb drive with the game matchup graphic and info labeled right on the box. Go to Varsity Sports now, click on the Purchased Games tab, and fill out the information for the cherished memories of a lifetime.
Welcome back, everybody. Madison Prep 22, the Cubs are 24, the Cubs 22, and the Chargers have charged back to take the lead.
Another big play. The play to Turner set up the Profit touchdown run, and one explosive play in the second half so far, and we mentioned that at halftime. Who would have give up the least amount of big plays? Well, that's one so far for Madison Prep that they've gotten, and U High hasn't gotten one yet in the second half.
Well, they'll have the football, and they'll have it.
Lawson Dixon on the return.
Dixon returns the kickoff.
Take over. First down and 10.
And we'll see what the Cubs can do here as they are trailing in the ball game now. A high scoring affair, at least higher than what we thought it would be tonight. And once again, the first time these two teams played, U High won it 14-8. So the Cubs go back on the offense, and McGlynn will throw the ball, and he'll complete it. And a big play coming, and down the sideline it goes for the Cubs.
Coming back.
But there's a flag on the field.
Coach Martin's not going to like this one. During the play, personal foul, and it's probably going to be taunting.
Well, a good play to Dixon, but Rob, you called that early on. You saw the flag on the field.
It's going to be the 15-yard variety, and I don't think the Cub faithful are going to like the call.
So what do you mean by taunting right here?
Well, he made a great block, and after the block, the helmet flew off of the Madison Prep player, and he stood over him and bowed up, and you can't do it.
Well, what a big call right here as they bring it back and penalize U High.
What they actually called was not taunting, but an illegal hands to the face, which is the reason why the helmet, I believe, was laying about 5 feet from the defensive player.
Well, after they sorted out, It'll set up a 10-yard to go situation and then a carry of a couple for the Cubs.
First down, it's Sage Ingram for the Cubs.
Ingram got 2, maybe.
Gain on the play, 2nd and 6.
Maybe 3. Let's make it 2nd down and 6 to go for the Cubs as McGlynn wants to throw it, and he has pressure again. He throws it away. And the Chargers want grounding on that call.
Terrence Scott was applying the pressure for Madison Prep.
Looks like 3rd down and 6 for the Cubs coming up.
So we'll call it 3rd down and 6 for the Cubs. Let's see if they keep it in the air. And McGlynn is looking to throw. Here comes the pressure again. He throws the ball out to the left side, and he hits his receiver. Got it out there and complete for a 1st down for the Cubs.
Got it out to Charlie Pettit. The big tight end just broke free late and picked up the 1st down.
And now a run on the left side and a nice gain on 1st down. Got about 6.
And another flag has been thrown. And goodness gracious, this might be another one on U High. It is.
So the Cubs hurting themselves with penalties. And this one seems to be going against U High. They're going to get him for holding.
So the fans getting a little restless on the Cubs sideline, and
The Cubs will have 1st down and 15. Correction, 1st down and 14 for the Cubs.
1st down and 14 yards to go for the Cubs as McGlynn wants to throw it. Now he's going to have to keep it, and here come the Chargers.
McGlynn is brought down to the backfield for a
nothing doing that time for Ethan McGlynn, and just waited and waited and waited his time to try and cut it upfield and just ran out of real estate.
2nd down and long for the Cubs.
2nd down and very long to go for the Cubs.
Timeout, Madison Prep.
Madison Prep wants a timeout on the REV High School Game of the Week.
You don't think much about needing a tow, but when you do, call the professionals at Roadrunner Towing. LVLA, your Louisiana workforce lodging solution. Call Kevin Ashley at 225-939-8485. MGM Injury Attorneys, personal injury, car wreck, medical malpractice, slip and fall, workers' compensation. If you've been injured, we can help. McGlynn, Glisson, and Mouton. And Design Fab. For all your fabrication needs, it's Design Fab. Contact Keith Kepper.
Well, Roadrunner's been with us all year. Thank you, Paul Lowe and Judy Smart. Everybody in town knows Judy Smart, and got a chance to talk to Susie over at Roadrunner the other day. If you need a tow, Paul Lowe's there, and Roadrunner is the tow company that you want to use. Big 3rd down coming, 3rd down and very long for the Cubs. Madison Prep has taken the lead, and the Cubs would like a 1st down here, so they'll keep it on the ground, and they hand it to Ingram. And Ingram gets it back to the original line of scrimmage, but that'll set up a 4th and 10.
Well, actually, it's 3rd down and 11
after the penalty.
Yeah, they hadn't changed the down marker, but it's 3rd down, not 4th down.
So it's 3rd down, and actually they spotted 12 to go. 3rd and 12 to go for U High as McGlynn wants to throw it. This time he has a little more time, and he throws it up in the air, and it's incomplete. So a good stop by the Chargers.
4:30 to go in the third quarter, and nothing doing on that trip for the Cubs, and they'll have to punt it away.
So the Cubs, Malassaw will come in to punt the ball to the Chargers. And the Chargers will get the ball back, and this time they'll get it with the lead as they lead it by 2, 24-22. And there's the punt from Malassaw. Covered up, and so Madison Prep gets the ball, and 4:16 to go in the third period. As we move along, and games all over the state, we'll get some scores to you as soon as we can.
Update from Memorial Stadium. Catholic High now leads Alexandria 16-6 midway through the third quarter. And Catholic High Point Capee has taken an 8-point lead, 36-28 over Ascension Catholic.
First down, Madison Prep. The Chargers with the ball. And handing off right in the middle, but bouncing off of the original stack that time, and a big run down the field, and now a big gain for the Chargers.
That's Turner again, and that's big play number 2 of the second half for Madison Prep.
Same thing they did the last time they had the ball. They gave it to Turner. Then they got Profit into the game. Let's see if they stick with Turner.
No, they brought Profit in.
Yeah, the same thing they did last time. Profit's in the game. Turner with the big run, and now Madison Prep has great field position as they hand it to Profit, and Profit has a nice gain on first down. There is a flag on the play. Holding on Madison Prep, so that will nullify a nice run on first down. Reed's in the game at quarterback for Madison Prep. Well, we'd heard a lot about Landon Johnson, but Reed has done a lot of the duties tonight at quarterback for the Chargers. And Reed is in there right now. And he hands it off straight ahead. Profit on the carry. Good gain for Madison Prep as they got 7. And a good look right there at Reed, the quarterback for Madison Prep. And look at Profit high step through the middle.
And that's going to be another hold.
Madison Prep hurting themselves on this drive.
Holding is the call against the Chargers.
A 10-yard penalty. On the Chargers. That takes them out of their offense a little bit because they like to just slam it in there for about 6 or 7 yards. But now they'll have a long way to go. Let's see what they do. Reed is going to keep the ball, gets a few and gets hit out of bounds, and that'll set up another long situation to go for the Chargers.
Yeah, going to be third down and about 20. for Madison Prep, and that's kind of in no man's land. They may take 2 downs to get this, if they get it.
Let's see if they can get part of it. They haven't kicked the ball off of an extra point or a field goal tonight, so you would think that they would like 2 downs to try to pick this up. Second, third down. Here's the throw. And it's incomplete. And that'll set up a 4th down and 20, but Rob too far for a field goal. So you would think they would just put something up long.
So they're going to leave the offense on the field. Always a chance at a quick kick.
Fourth down.
Yeah, Reed in the game.
4th down for the Chargers. 4th down, though, and 20. So an arduous task for them right here as Reed wants to throw it, and he throws it way up in the night sky, and it's incomplete. So the Cubs hold.
Laundry at the 42.
So let's check the penalty.
Roughing the passer.
Now this is bringing up an interesting situation because in high school football.
Now this isn't no personal foul. I believe is an automatic.
Is an automatic.
Well,
we're going to see. So they do get an automatic first down with roughing the passer, and what a big situation that was. Remember that play?
Yeah, and I'm going to mark that down as a third big play of the second half for Madison Prep, because that should have been U-High's football at the 35-yard line, and instead they had stopped them on 4th down. The pass was incomplete. That's like a turnover.
So the Chargers.
They got charging a little early that time.
Yep, they're going to cost them 5. What a big call that was. Roughing the passer. As the Chargers now will play it 2nd down and 15, and once again, movement in the line. And another false start on the Chargers. So they walk it back another 5, and that'll make it 1st and 20.
So the Laundry has taken over the last 3 minutes of this third quarter. Both teams hurting themselves.
First down, but 20 to go for the Chargers. They got the roughing the passer call, and then they have 2 false starts.
Timeout, Madison Prep.
And the game a little choppy. Timeout on the field on the REV High School Game of the Week. Well, let's set the situation. First down, 20 to go for the Chargers. They got 15 yards for the roughing the passer and then 2 false starts, and now it's first down and 20.
And a good timeout call by the Madison Prep coaching staff. Just settle their team down and get a little composure back and get the mental sharpness going and cut down on these penalties, because that's what's really stopped them on this drive. Moving the football has been the penalties.
Well, they have 4 downs, and so a big charge in there by the Cubs pressure on the quarterback. And the UI fans not happy.
No, he called roughing the passer on that, and I believe that's where the flag was thrown, and they did call roughing the passer.
Looks like the call was intentional.
Well, check that. He didn't mark that right. That's intentional grounding. I'm sorry.
So it's intentional grounding on Madison Prep. But he threw it over the middle of the field. You'd think there would have been a receiver somewhere down there. But actually intentional grounding, that's a loss of down on the Chargers, and it backs them way up. Second down and very long after 2 penalties and 3 penalties in a row on the Chargers.
They've got to get inside the 10-yard line for a first down.
But it is second down. And throw it down the field, incomplete. Kind of threw it sidearm that time and incomplete.
Intended for Johnson.
So that'll set up a third down situation. Third down and very, very long.
Third down and long
for Madison Prep. I said earlier, third and all the way to the Mississippi River Bridge. This one's to the new state capitol. So let's see what the Chargers do. That's Reed at quarterback. Reed is stepping up, and he's being hit from the back. The ball's on the ground, and the Cubs have the football.
So the pressure came from behind Reed. He never saw it. You'll see it on the replay here. He's stepping up to throw it. Came from behind, and Jordan Pinnock, the big defensive lineman, got his paw on it, and the Cubs swallow it up at the 49-yard line. So U-High gets their first big play of the second half.
Got him from the blind side. U-High has great field position. The Cubs have it. Trailing by 2 points. But they have it at the 49-yard line of Madison Prep. So Odell gets about 5 on that carry.
Jalen Holmes, one of the Chargers, in on that stop.
That will set up a second down and 5 to go for U-High. Second down and about 6 to go for the Cubs. The pass is hit out there on the left side, and that's a first down for the Cubs.
Pass is complete. Lawson Dixon, first down Cubs.
So Dixon catches the football, and the clock is ticked down to 24 seconds. And if the Cubs so choose, they could just wait and go to the fourth quarter.
They're going to take the free time out here at the quarter break.
So the third period has ended. We have a good one going. 24 for Madison Prep, 22 for the Cubs. You're watching the REV High School Game of the Week.
Should I be selling right now? I gotta get a bigger place. What's my house worth? What do you think? What's my house really worth?
Do we need to renovate?
How do I buy a house?
What if I don't have time to see it in person?
What is going on with this housing market?
Don't worry. I can take the guesswork out of it.
Celebrating 400,000 new beginnings is much more than a milestone. It's a reflection of the trust and care that has defined each delivery at Women's Hospital for over 55 years. Our exceptional care is centered on you, From preconception to first breath, our experienced team supports every step of your journey with a genuine sense of compassion. Because to us, our work isn't just a job, it's a labor of love.
Welcome back, everybody, with Rob Mushmack, Dennis McCain. 12 minutes to go, but a lifetime of memories for these young men as U-High breaks it down inside the 10-yard line. First and goal for the Cubs.
Another big run play but for the Cubs as you Sage Ingram coming right at you. First down.
Handoff again to Ingram, and he is popped and knocked up in the air. This time they're inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line. A big hit that time from Madison Prep.
A player down from Madison Prep near the sidelines. And while we've got a chance, partner, I want to do your job. Throw us a break. We'll be back right after this.
Did you or a loved one have a game or event on BSN that you would like to keep forever?
Three-pointer, it's good!
Well, now you can. BSN is now offering past games and events available to purchase on specially packaged thumb drives. For $29.99 and $7 for shipping, we'll send that special keepsake on a thumb drive with the game matchup graphic and info labeled right on the box. Go to Varsity Sports now. Click on the Purchased Games tab and fill out the information for the cherished memories of a life.
Well, we're back. So we'll set the situation for you again. Second down and 6 yards to go for U-High. They're driving with the football, trailing by 2 to Madison Prep. Let's see what the Cubs do. They ran the ball on first down. McClin is waiting for the ball, and he is going to hand it off again. Tough going on the inside, but a good drive with the football. Odell has the ball, and Odell has the football about 1.5 yards short of the first down. So the Cubs are showing their muscle a little bit on the inside now. Let's see if they continue to run it. And the ball is on the ground. McClin recovered it, but that'll set up a fourth down.
So it'll be fourth down. They can still get a first down at the 2, but this is going to be officials spot it now. It's fourth down for U-High, and here comes the kicker.
And that will move it back and make it fourth down and 5 to go. Malasaw is in the game to try to give the Cubs the lead. They trail by 2, and a field goal would put them up by 1. Malasaw kicks it into the night sky, and he hits it. And the Cubs have the lead. Our new score, U-High 25, Madison Prep 24 on the REV High School Game of the Week. Welcome back, everybody. The Cubs have the lead 25-24. And what a football game we have going as the Cubs, Malasaw will kick it off. And Madison Prep will get the football again with 10 minutes and 3 seconds to go in the football game, and we have a good one going. Well, it's breaking open, and a nice job right up the middle of the field, and a good return for Madison Prep.
Yeah, nearly broke it. Nearly broke it that time. It's a second good return tonight by Traven Hayes, and Hayes was one tackle away from putting that one in the pond.
Well, the Chargers start off in good field position as they have the ball right at midfield, marked exactly on midfield on the 50-yard line. Here come the Chargers. Now they're trailing by a point. They've been running Turner and Profit in the backfield.
Ball's loose.
There's a fight for the football. And the Cubs recover the fumble.
Dennis, that's not going to be U-High's football. The officials are going to say he was down initially, and then the ball popped out.
That's what it looked like to start with. The U-High fans are still celebrating, but the officials, well, they're still talking about it.
If they make the call, Dennis, looking at the replay that we have in the booth, I think they would be right. I know that U-High doesn't want to hear that or see it, but it looked like he was down and the ball popped straight up in the air.
Well, still no sign from the officials, but it appears that it is going to, well, let's see what they do here.
Well, they waved that off, and I'm surprised they did, because the official on the far side came in and was standing at the spot of the ball the entire time the fumble and the return were taking place.
Well, at any rate, it does go over to the Cubs, and the Cubs will run it as it opens up out there, and a nice run on first down as they give it to Ingram. Sage Ingram. A misdirection play as Ingram came back this way with it right at you. Picked up a first down for the Cubs. So Dixon grabs the football from McLean. Gain of 5 for the Cubs. Second down and 5. And it's opening up, and Ingram is running with the football. And there he goes. Sage Ingram races down the field for a touchdown for the Cubs as he was sprinting and he was flying, and then swiftly into the end zone. Touchdown, U-High.
Cubs take a 7-point lead with the extra point to come. (31-24) is your score.
So an important extra point. They lead it 31-24.
Make it 32.
And that makes it an 8-point lead. Still just one score, though. You're watching the REV High School Game of the Week. Friday night in the state of Louisiana, quarterfinal football game.
Did you or a loved one have a game or event on BSN that you would like to keep forever?
Three-pointer, it's good!
Well, now you can. BSN is now offering past games and events available to purchase on specially packaged thumb drives. For $29.99 and $7 for shipping, we'll send that special keepsake on a thumb drive with the game matchup graphic and info labeled right on the box. Go to Varsity Sports now, click on the Purchased Games tab, and fill out the information for the cherished memories of a lifetime.
Well, it continues to get a little colder, Rob. And U High now opening up an 8-point lead.
I don't know about you, but Pat McCain sent me 2 hand warmers. And my second one is getting ready to get opened up.
Well, here is a fight for the football, and did the Cubs get it? They kicked it short.
He got it.
The Cubs have the football, an 8-point lead, and the ball. Well, the ball bounced off of a Madison Prep player. And UI has the ball now with 8 minutes and 46 seconds to play. So this is a must stop now for Madison Prep.
Absolutely.
Let's see what the Cubs do. McLean is calling for the football. He hands it off. And there's a flag on the play, maybe an early start.
Call is false start against the Cubs.
So it is a false start against the Cubs.
First down and 15.
And that will make it 1st and 15 for U High. The ball's at the 44-yard line. You get a close-up look at McGlynn, who is handing the ball in the middle for a gain of about 2.
And speaking of Ethan McGlynn, his dad, Danny McGlynn, one of the finest personal injury attorneys in the state of Louisiana, and came up to see us at halftime, and want to thank him and his fine company for helping us bring this broadcast to all of our viewers. And Danny, thank you so much. And Danny, of course, an old all-stater at U High.
Yeah, he was a good one. And his son is quarterbacking the Cubs tonight, and he's waiting for the football right now. As you get a good look at Ethan. Hand it off in the middle in a nice fight, and a big gain up the middle. The ball's on the ground, though. Was he down, Rob, or are they going to give it to Madison Prep?
I don't think he was down, Dennis. Yeah, he wasn't. It looked like it because 6 dove in to get the football, and when he dove in, the U High player was already on the ground, but the ball was already out.
Fumble on the play. Madison Prep recovers. They'll take over. First down.
Well, that's a huge break for Madison Prep because trailing by 8 points, they certainly didn't want to go down by 2 scores.
Trevin Hayes with the fumble recovery. 7:54 to go. The Madison Prep defense did their job there. Can U Highs do theirs here?
Well, a low snap. And no gain on the play.
Reed on the quarterback keeper.
Well, the ball was a low snap. That's hurt them a couple of times tonight.
No gain on the play. Second down and 10.
So a low snap, and Reed had to keep the ball. Second down 10 for the Chargers with Rob Mushmak, Dennis McCain. On a Louisiana Friday night, a cold Friday night in Baton Rouge, and a gain of about 3 on that play will set up a 3rd down and 7.
Profit, the ball carrier.
Profit had the ball for Madison Prep. And how dangerous is Profit and Turner?
Gain of 4 on the play. Cup fans, it's 3rd down and 6. 3rd down and 6 for Madison Prep.
Third down, 6 to go for the Chargers. And Reed wants to throw it, and he fires it way down the field and high pointing the ball, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Pass is incomplete. Intended for Landon Johnson.
Tried to get it to Johnson, and
Lorenzo Cooper, the senior, in on the coverage.
double covered.
You're talking about looking at the roster. When you look at Landon Johnson, it says wide receiver, defensive back, He's a punt returner. He's a quarterback. He's an athlete.
He does it all and does it well.
So Madison Prep now will punt it away.
Timeout, Madison Prep.
Timeout on the field.
There's a timeout on the field as we thank our local sponsors for helping us bring high school football across the country.
Roadrunner Towing, Mr. Paul Lowe and Miss Judy Smart. You don't think much about needing a tow, but when you do, call the best, Roadrunner Towing. LVLA, your workforce lodging solution. Call Mr. Kevin Ashey at 225-939-8485. McGlynn, Glisson, and Mouton, MGM, attorneys at law. No silly ads, just experienced professional first-rate representation for over 30 years in the Baton Rouge area and nationwide. Good people with real problems represented by MGM. And Design Fab for all your fabrication needs. Mr. Keith Kepper, he can take care of it at designfab.com.
So Madison Prep has a fourth down situation, but Rob, look at this. The offense is on the field. So Madison Prep will go for it on fourth down, 6 to go. And they will fake the handoff and then keep it. And look at the run down the middle of the field all the way to the end zone. Touchdown.
No flags.
Madison Prep.
Whoa, Nelly Reed.
Reed just took the ball and it opened up on the inside, but what a call that time as they faked it to the back and then Reed kept it. And they were blocking on that left side, and that's where he intended to go, and he did.
Yeah,
and he took it home.
They faked it to Turner, and Reed just kept it and went the opposite direction and took it to the house.
Well, he was prancing and dancing with the ball, and he was flying and bolting down the field. And by the time he was through propelling, he was in the end zone. Now they're going to go for two. They're going for two to try to tie it. Reed is going to throw the ball. Incomplete. So Madison Prep scores, but the two-point conversion is no good. So our new score is U-High 32, Madison Prep 30, a two-point game on the REV High School Game of the Week. Welcome back. We are live, and we are at Jeff Boss Field at Richard Gill Cub Stadium on the campus of Louisiana State University. Madison Prep has cut the lead to 2, and the Chargers are going to kick off to the Cubs.
Dixon and Moore.
Well, what a gutsy call by Madison Prep.
4th and 6. And went for it from their own 35 and got a touchdown out of it.
Madison Prep will kick it off. U-High would like to get a good return and then pick up 4 or 5 first downs and in the game. So the Cubs will get the football.
U-High will take over first down and 10.
U High with the ball. And Madison Prep will be on the defense. As I mentioned, the Cubs would love to get about 3 first downs right here and run that clock at 6:17. That is their friend, and they'd like to keep it running. McGlynn is handing off, and it's opening up. And a big gain is coming right there for Ingram as he moves the ball down the field to the 32. A big gain on first down for the Cubs.
Plenty enough to move the chains for a UHS first down.
Well, instead of those 4 first downs I talked about, they'd take a touchdown. 6 minutes now, 7 seconds to go in the contest. And handoff again, this time only for about 2 yards.
Corbin Odell on the carry.
That time they give it to Odell. So he got 2 yards. That'll set up a second down.
It's second down and 8.
Second down and 8 to go for U High. The Cubs lead it by 2. They're in no hurry. McGlynn is waiting for the snap, and he is going to hand it off. Maybe 2 more for Ingram there. That'll set up a third down situation for the Cubs.
No gain. It's
Third down and still 7.5 to go for the Cubs. So he only got a yard or so. Ingram's in the backfield with McGlynn. The Cubs on third down will give it to Ingram, and the Chargers have him. And that'll make it fourth down.
Sage Ingram carries the ball for U High.
Fourth down and 4 to go for the Cubs.
It's fourth down.
Fourth down and 4 to go for the Cubs. This is a huge play.
4 for the Cubs.
The clock's at 4:21. Will they keep it, continue to move it? Or can the Chargers stop them? Ingram has the ball straight ahead. But he won't make the first down, and the Chargers come up with a stop.
4:11 to go. They'll have one more shot at it. Second time they've stopped U High in that part of the field in the last 5 minutes. So it's up to the U High defense. Up 32-30, as we mentioned, with 4 minutes, 11 seconds to go in the contest.
Well, the last time they had it, they went for it on fourth. Reed faked a handoff, and he took it home for the Chargers. And now they have the ball with 4:11 to go. But they trail by 2. Handoff right up the middle. And the Chargers pounded right in there, and that time they gave it to Turner.
Brought down by Upton and Grisby.
Upton and Grisby on the tackle, and I'll tell you what, that Turner and Profit, great running backs for Madison Prep, and they rotate them in the game. In the middle he goes again, but they're keying on the running back now. A gain of only 2.
Gain of 2 yards on the run for the Chargers. A host of Cubs in on the stop. Turner was the ball carrier.
The Cubs stacked that one up as they gave it to Turner. Give it to Turner again. He is slowed in the backfield, and then they got him.
Whoa, Nelly.
Slowed him, and then gang tackling as the Cubs fly to the football.
It's a loss on the play.
Picarella and others.
It'll be 3rd down and 14. 3rd down and 14 for the Chargers. Cub fans, we need you up on your feet.
3rd down and 14, Rob, but this is already 2-down territory.
Absolutely.
So Madison Prep will have 2 downs to pick this up. Let's see what they decide to do as Reed is looking to swing out of the backfield. Now he keeps it, and then there he goes again. He's hit hard, a couple of yards short of the 1st down. That'll set up a 4th down and 2.5 to go.
Well, he got 12, which gives him a shot. 4th and 2. 2 minutes, 6 seconds to go.
Well, the clock is ticking, and Madison Prep wants to get this 1st down, and I think they did.
He got it.
Got it by about a half a yard.
Got it by the football.
Well, the Cub fans are thinking maybe they stopped him, and they did spot that ball.
Yeah, they spotted it a little
right,
farther back than I thought, but
yeah,
he
right on the 50.
still has the 1st down.
1st down for the Chargers. A minute, 37 seconds to play on the Rev High School Game of the Week, and what a good football game we have.
There he goes.
Well, he faked it and flying down the sideline and literally flying for 9 yards. They'll give him 8 on the play, but a good gain, and that stops the clock.
That's the play he scored the touchdown on their last drive, on their last touchdown drive. That time U-High stayed home, held him to 9.
Second down, 2 yards to go after the 8-yard gain. And Profit has it, and he has a 1st down. And that will stop the clock momentarily as they set the chains. The same rule in college as they have in high school. The clock stops after a 1st down. Now it starts back.
The winner of this one gets St. Charles, the Comets, next Friday night. Comets all over E.D. White. Timeout, U-High.
Timeout on the field. The Chargers are driving, and the Cubs are trying to defend on the Rev High School Game of the Week.
Did you or a loved one have a game or event on VSN that you would like to keep forever?
3-pointer, it's good!
Well, now you can. VSN is now offering past games and events available to purchase on specially packaged thumb drives. For $29.99 and $7 for shipping, we'll send that special keepsake on a thumb drive with the game matchup graphic and info labeled right on the box. Go to Varsity Sports now. Click on the Purchased Games tab and fill out the information for the cherished memories of a lifetime.
We're back for action in 1 minute, 11 seconds to go, Rob. And once again, we keep talking about the first time they played. A defensive battle, 14-8, but 32-30 is an offensive show, and it's not over yet. The Chargers have the football. They trail by 2, but they're trying to score. First down, Madison Prep. Both these teams have played a heck of a football game. In the middle it goes, and slamming in there with it is Turner.
1 minute.
Well, the Chargers get up to the line very quickly. And a sack that
fumble.
The ball's on the ground. Did the Cubs get it?
Got it. Cubs.
They got it. The Cubs recover it.
It's a turnover. U-High football.
So a big turnover gives the ball back to the Cubs.
U-High coaching staff fired up on the sidelines as the Cubs, if they choose, can just get in the V formation.
And wouldn't you think they would? So McGlynn will take a knee, and the clock will run, and it's ticking at 30 seconds.
It's over. They don't have to snap it again.
And this football game is over. Boy, we were poised for a big drive by Madison Prep, and then the fumble, and the game ends as the Cubs recover the fumble.
U-High wins this game 32-30 to advance to the semifinals to play St. Charles next week. Dennis, the final tote board in the second half was 5-5 on big plays until the fumble.
And that was number 6.
That was number 6, and U-High wins the football game.
Well, sportsmanship on the field. We'll take one more break, and then we'll come back to wrap things up as the University High School Cubs have defeated Madison Prep from Baton Rouge 32-30 on the REV High School Game of the Week.
"90 years. It's not just a number. It's decades of dedication to great service. The local team at REV has been serving Louisiana families and businesses for generations. Our people have the experience to deliver a superior network, which gives you the speed and reliability to live your best life and get more done at work. We're here for your home and your business. You can count on REV. 90 years of building connections."
Welcome back, everybody. Rob, what a football game we saw tonight.
Outstanding. Both these teams, coaching staffs, fans, support groups ought to be complimented. Just a great football game. Madison Prep, an outstanding football team. U-High, as good or maybe just 2 points better.
Well, we've mentioned it a couple of times tonight, but let's once again thank everybody at U-High for the hospitality.
Absolutely. Ashley, Rush and all of our folks, Priya here with VSN and of course Tressie and Jeremy and Megan with Rev. I mean, we couldn't do it without them. When we're going to have a Burning the Midnight Oil again tonight to try and figure out where we're going to be next Friday.
We had Andre with us last week.
Yeah, we sure did.
And he did a great job. But as you mentioned, we'll look at all the scores and we'll talk about 40 times on the phone, and we'll get a football game next week.
Yeah, and Catholic High is going to move on. U-High has already moved on. Plaquemine High School will move on. We don't have a final on Catholic High Point Capee and Ascension Catholic yet. And from the last score we got from the Central Zachary game was 21-21.
So U-High will go to take on St. Charles.
U-High is the lower seed, will travel to St. Charles to play. St. Charles, the number 1 seed, they'll travel there next week, next Friday night.
And they're located in LaPlace.
In LaPlace, that's correct.
Actually, St. Charles Catholic, but they're in St. John the Baptist Parish. They were in St. Charles at one time, but they just didn't change the name. But that's going to be a heck of a football game, too, and the Comets are entertaining.
They're always entertaining. They always fill that place up. They've got a new stadium since last. Remember the old stadium was made out of bleachers from the old Tulane Stadium, but they've upgraded the facility, and it should be a great game out there. Heck, we may end up at St. Charles next week. We don't know. We'll be somewhere. But a lot of Baton Rouge area teams and River Parish teams and west of the river moving on to the next week. So we'll have a lot of games to choose from, and we'll just see who wants us.
Well, we want to thank all of you for watching tonight with Rob Mushmack, Dennis McCain. And once again, our final score, 32-30. U-High wins it over Madison Prep. For Rob Mushmack, Dennis McCain from Jeff Boss Field at Richard Gill Cub Stadium, Good night, everybody.